Hello everyone, this is Vinay here from Learn Coding with Vinay, and this is the 11th video of our series where we are building employee management system using ASP.NET Core MVC and ChatGPT extensively. Right. So in this video, we will be developing two screen. First, listing of leaves, and second, the option to and we'll have an option to create new leave, and we'll work on the create new leave form also. So I have prepared the prompt. Let me bring that on screen so you can see it, and so here is the prompt I have prepared. So I am letting it know ChatGPT that okay, in the nav bar we have two menu options: mind leave and team leaves. We will first work on my leave, and what are the requirements? We have following, that it should display logged in users all data of leaves, for maybe current year or last 1 year, and then display all possible display dates, all possible data related to a leave, from day to day, number of days. And I'm instructing also that consider 6 days working, Monday to Saturday, avoid Sunday if it is falling between from and to date. Right, then remarks, applied date, status, approve or approve dates, whatever it is needed. Right, you can pause this video and check out the prompt. As of now, let me take out this prompt and let's go to ChatGPT. Right, so let me copy paste it over here. Yeah, and let me push it. Let's see what happens. So it is generating the response. Let's see. So let's see. What ChatGPT has generated. It has generated the steps. So leave. It gave us the entity. We already have this entity, so we'll ignore this step. DB set. We have also added this into the DB context in our previous video, so we'll ignore this. We'll also ignore this, and then we are having it created VM, because we are supposed to display some other fields also, like number of days, right? So we are not using entity directly, so that is good. Then leave controller, it gave us the leave controller, action, my leaves, okay, great. Create and create also given, yeah, and delete also given, okay. And then the razor view. So let's try to follow the steps. So I'll avoid this, I'll also avoid this, I'll also avoid this, because we have it. So we will start it from here, vm my view. And before we move ahead, let me also let you know that I have already created this my leaves leave controller, my leave page, and team leave page, just to save time. And we will begin adding code over here. So let me stop this actually, because we'll have to do a lot of code, and we'll start creating this VM model. So let me go over here. I'll go to view models. I'll just say right click. So let me add the view models. So let's you have generated the view model. Let's go to ChatGPT and copy paste the entire property code. So I'll go here, and I'll replace this. Okay, so let me do the require naming namespace add. Even these display names are even not required. We can have our own name. We can remove these. So require. This is, I don't know if we can use this. Let's try to remove this as of now. We don't need this, because this will be used to just the display leaves on screen, not for create. Let's see. We might have to create new for the create new. Okay. So here you go. Okay. Now let's move to the next step. Now since we are ready with the VM, now we will be adding the action my leaves on the leave controller. Okay, so let's go to leave controller now. Okay, so my leaves we will replace. No, we don't need to copy entire code. We just copy these as of now, you know, and we will replace it with this. Okay, session helper, we will have to make sure that it is coming from helpers. Okay, okay, even data context and everything is required, so we will have to take these also. Control V. FDB context should come from our project name dot data. This is actually application DB context. Let's say, okay, application DB context. And okay, so we'll have to add the namespace. Okay, it gives the different name. So we'll have to add these. Okay, Miley will have to, add view models. And for this include, we'll have to add entity framework core. Okay, great. So this is, okay. Now we just copy pasted the code for, getting the leaves, right? And if user is not logged in, it is redirecting to login an account. It is not login account. We had auth. So this look good. So good. Now let's move to next step. Now we are not, copy pasting the leave create code now. We'll do it in second step. As of now, let's move to myleaves.cshtml. Okay. So what it has done. Okay. So let me copy this and we'll go over here. We'll go to the view of this. Let me just say right click over here and go to view. And let me copy paste the code from ChatGPT. Okay, great. Let me save this. We might have to add few using that is missing over here. Yeah. So let's say using on the top actually using POC EMS dot view. Really, it should give us. If not that, let me write these view models. Right, so we'll have to import so add using our project name dot view models. Now this looks good, this looks good, this looks good, no error basically. And okay, so let's try to run this and see if leaves are getting loaded or not. Okay, so I have run let's see, let's go to my leaves and see. Okay, so currently we don't see anything because there is no leave data. Let me quickly put down one, data over there. One entry. So I just made one entry in the background and let me visit this page again. Let's see what happens. Okay, excellent. So the data loads up. So I am currently logged in as an admin user, one number Sachin Tendulkar, right? So it, and I added one leave record. So we can see it over here. So this looks really good. Only thing, my leaves has to be somewhere on over here, and let's make this apply new leave align, at somewhere at the right corner. So let me do that. So I believe we already have done this in role page. Let me see. Role listing or somewhere we have this role index. Let's see. Yeah. So we have this in a role page. Let me copy this and let me, paste it over here and I'll replace the other things. Okay. So we'll keep this same. Only thing here we will say it is my leaves. It is my leaves and then this will take to create apply new leave. I would say apply new leave, and then we don't need this, and let me save this and let's see how does it look now. Yeah, so it's low. I have typo again in leaves, but I'll correct it later. But basically now we have title heading over here and new leave button over here. Now let's move to the create functionality. But let me close this because again we'll be changing a lot of code. So I don't want to do it when the project is running. So let me first correct this. It is leaves again. C should not be there. Leaves. Okay. Now let's go to ChatGPT. Now let's start from here. Okay, we don't need this. Okay, we have this. Now let's take this create and let me take delete as well. Right. So we'll go to Visual Studio. We'll go to leave controller and we will just copy paste the code over here and let's correct anything if if it requires. Let's correct anything. So reporting to this would be probably its user. So what it is, okay, let me see what is user over here. Okay, user is our, so it should be id, user id over here, right? Approver id, because yeah, it should be logged in users id. Okay, so it should be user.id. Now let me leave apply successfully. This is going to my leaves. This is good. Leave deleted, again it is going to my leaves. This is also good, and this is again returning to there. So this looks good, this code looks good. Okay, now let's work on the create view. Okay, so this is the view. Let me copy it and I'll create the view. Let me go over here only, and let's say add view. I'll say add as empty, and let's say okay, so our create leave view is created. I'll just say copy paste over here. Right, so this is good. So it is taking model leave already, but let me also add for a safer side using POC EMS dot view models. Great. Okay, so now this is apply leave. Here we are applying leave. Here we have form. Here we will have just the form date, to date, and remarks, and then there is a submit button, and then there is a action that says cancel. Okay, so basically this is just an ignoring, because going back to the my leave page. Okay, so let's give it a shot. uh, yeah, I think it should work now. I think let me check these steps, make sure it's reference. Yeah, it is there. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this. Yeah, so I have logged in. Now let me go to my leaves. Nice data is coming up. Let me apply new. Let's see what happens. Okay, nice form has loaded up. Let me apply leave for 1 day 28. Let's say what happens if it allows us. you know need a 1 day leave for some personal work, let's say anything. All right, so let me submit this. Okay, so there seems to be some error. It did not do anything. So let's investigate what is the error. So I'll go here, I'll go to controller. Maybe, yeah, okay. Okay, I got this probably. Since we are using leave entity only, leave entity has lot of fields, lot of other fields, right? So it must be generating an error for some or the other field which are required. Let me see. Let me submit this, and let's go to over here, and let's try to see, what do we have in model state. So let's say, what do we have in model state? Okay, so we have leave status as something as invalid. Okay, so why do we? Because when we are applying leave status, if the user is okay, so leave status has to be, this is an admin user, so this if condition actually should come before checking the valid model state. So let's say this is okay, this is okay. From that to that coming up, admin, then it is approved. Okay, okay. So this block has to be before this if condition, right? Then only it will work. Let's say a 5. Let's say, okay, great. Let me run this again. Since we have changed the code, I just want to make sure that it runs in one go. Okay, so I have logged in. Let me go to my login. Let me apply new leave. Let's say we'll use the same 28. Okay, we'll use the same 28, and then let's say this time personal work. Let's say, let me submit this. So now it is over here. Let me just go ahead and run this. Actually, let's run this. Okay, so we again have some sort of error. Let me submit this again, and let's see where it is going wrong. So we have the things. Okay, why we don't have rule name is, oh, okay, yeah, got it. So let me correct this again. Let's go to my leave. Let's go to apply new leave. Again, let's take the same 28. 28. Let's say, let me put down dummy data submit, and let's say where it's stuck now. Okay, so let's check the model state now. Okay, so again there seems to be some error. Let me see. So what do we have as invalid leave status? We already applied leave status. Right, so let me see, what do we have in leave? What do we have in this, right? So leave status says approved. Okay, so we have the value over here. I don't know why it is generating error. Let me see where the error is. So the invalid says leave status, key is leave status. Yeah, so why it is invalid? Leave status field is required. Okay, we forcefully leaves applied to it, right? So we have something in leave. We already have its value. So why not? Okay, so let's try to walk through this. Right. Let's ask Chat GPT only. Right. Let's say, what does it say? So I use the code for create, but error says invalid, invalid error in model model state. It says invalid leave status. Although we are passing it. So your parting here is what I have made changes. So let's see. Let me correct few typos. Yeah, okay. So let's see what does it come up with. It is generating the response. Let's say, yeah, okay. So at the now it suggested that we should create another VM. Yeah, creating another VM is a always a better idea. Why? Because let's say if we have an entity that has 10 property, but I maybe you are creating or updating or any other thing you are doing, right? And we are not using that all those 10, then it is always better, to use the VM. So let's go with this approach now. So let me create this entity and let me change this code. So let me create this new entity. Okay, it is going good. Now let me replace the create post method. Right. So what we will be doing, I'll be going to leave controller and we'll replace this entire method with this. Right. What it gave us. Now let's see, let's understand, what it is doing. Now this time his model state is valid. Yeah, okay. Then it is assigning from the today remarks, leave of the data and user ID. And well, if user role is admin or owner, okay, then it is marking already the otherwise it is just applied in the user ID. Okay, so now again this temp data I think is not just the success, it should be success message or something. Let me quickly check in employee controller. Let's go to employee controller and yeah, this is success message. But let me see it if it is the same for view, leave view as also. So let me, this is create mine. Yeah, here it is access. So let me make it consistent. Okay, so this has to be this, this has to be this, and we'll just say save. So now it looks to be in good shape, and let's go ahead and run this. Okay, so I have logged in as a Sachin Tendulkar again, who is an admin. Let's go to my leaves. Let's go to apply new. Let's take this as 28. Let's take this as 20. Oh, sorry, 28. And let's say personal work. Let's say again typo. And let's say submit. Oh, okay. So it worked. It got applied, right? So it is, and it is on the top also because we recently applied this, right? Let's try to, you know, let's try to apply one more, right? Because we will be deleting that now. So I also want to apply, leave in the August month, 7 to let's say 9, 2 days. Future leave plan for August 2025. Let's say future leave plan for, let's say submit. Okay, so it is over here. Now let's try to delete this. Okay, this is good. Let's delete. Okay, nice message also coming up. It is gone. Okay, so let me check in the database also. Let me bring the SSMS over here and let's see. Ideally, it should be there, because otherwise we will not be seeing it on screen, right? So we have two records, personal work one and family function at home. Let's see if the personal work and family function at home. So listing of leaves and applying new leave is working fine, even the delete is working fine. So we just had to tweak a little bit, because ChatGPT this time did not provided the exact code. But again, it was not that, not that great changes that we will have to do. We could still use it, we could correct the prompt and we could still use, the code as it is. So my leaves ideally seems to be working. So this module is ready, right? So I hope you like this video and see you in the next video. In the next video we will go over team leaves, where the admin will have option to, where again we will be listing these things, but admin will have option to approve or reject one leave, right? So let's see you in the next video. Thanks a lot guys for watching this video.